warm welcome to this special edition of Big Picture coming to you from Bhopal. We are in Madhya Pradesh, which is also known as the heart of Hindustan. The state goes to polls on November 28th. It's a fierce competition where BJP is trying to capture the power in the state for the fourth straight term. And Congress also says there is not hope lost for the party. But amidst these political noises, what are the issues playing out on the ground? Are the political parties talking about the real issues? Where is this election really headed to as far as the performance indicators of the state are concerned? Joining me now, some brilliant minds from the state. Next to me is Professor Hanuman Singh Yadav, renowned economist of Madhya Pradesh. Next to him is L.S. Hardinia. He's a senior journalist, a veteran journalist. Next to him is Madan Mohan Sharma, who's the vice president of the Small Scale Industries Association. I welcome all of you on this special edition of Big Picture. And I will start with you, Mr. Hardinia, that looking at the political noises which have panned across all these days, are the political parties really talking about the real issues, or it's just political rhetoric which is playing out?
You must have known by now that the Congress party has issued, they are not calling it manifesto, they are calling it Bachan Patra, promises. Right. I don't know why they are not calling it manifesto. So they have raised certain issues. But most of the issues, they constitute criticism of the present government.
Okay.
What the people really require, the emphasis is not on that. For example, the affairs on the education front in Madhya Pradesh are totally anarchical. Similar is the position of health. Hospitals don't have doctors. If doctors are there, medicines are not there, nursing staff is not there. तो जो पीपल के जो बेसिक इश्यूज हैं उन पे कौन सी promises the opposition party is giving? Superficial issues they will take up, even the ruling party will also take up and the opposition parties will also take up. For example, I tell you, in Madhya Pradesh we have a great percentage of Adivasis, tribals. Look at what are their position regarding their health, regarding their education, various problems which they face. So I don't foresee any fundamental solution has been given by any political party.
Okay.
Then take the example of Dalits. Dalits. Every day we hear that some Dalit has been beaten up. One day एक दलित दूल्हा जो है घोड़े पे बैठ के जा रहा है तो हमने उसकी टांग फेंक दी because you can't ride. तो ये indiscipline, corruption, every day there is a raid by economic offense wing or the Lokayukt. Even Patwaris, from the Patwari's house you dig crores of rupees.
So you mean to say that the real issues on the ground are not being dealt with as seriously as they should have been? Okay, I'll come to you, Professor Hanuman Yadav. Looking at the economic scenario of the state, now there is no doubt about the fact that riding on the agricultural wave, Shivraj Singh Chauhan has managed 3 terms. I mean, he's given lots of promises to the farmers. Agriculturally, the crop production has been abundant. The state of Madhya Pradesh has bypassed states like Haryana, like Punjab in terms of tons of crop production. So it's not that it's the end of the world as far as agricultural output is concerned. What is the new government's direction going to be as far as the agricultural focus of the state is concerned?
See, the agriculture, you are focusing on one thing, and the basic issue as Hardinia Sahab has raised is the development issue.
Okay.
And development is not something which we can touch upon. This is development. Agriculture is one of them. I don't know, till yesterday's we were saying that we are loss of agriculture and we are declining in agriculture. Now I don't know what happens, that we are getting a Krishi Karman award for the last consecutive 4-5 years. See, there is no change if you go to the villages, if you go to the technology change, but I don't find that there is a
No, but is
tremendous
it not
change.
true that because of
See-
the huge agricultural crop production, even the poverty levels came down? The Niti Aayog
That
reports
is-
say that if
see,
you
see,
compare
see,
it
see,
with the
look,
earlier
look,
figures,
look,
the
don't
poverty figures have
compare
come down.
Poverty is never compared. 2 times surveys of poverty are not comparable. Therefore, you cannot say that it has gone up or
No,
gone
I'm
down.
taking the benchmark of the Tendulkar committee
See,
report.
Tendulkar committee, economists have different views, government has different views, finance commission has different views, planning board, today Niti Aayog has different views.
Okay.
So the poverty is a different issue. Poverty is one of the major issues of Madhya Pradesh.
Okay.
Basically what I am saying is that Madhya Pradesh is, victim of the entire system of 4 paradigm shifts of economy.
Okay.
See, look at I start from the colonial period, that they developed only corridorial development, joining Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta, Delhi, and so on and so forth, and their hinterlands. Nehruvian model comes and they opted for the Haradover model, which doesn't talk about people and area.
Okay.
So, when people and area are not involved in the development, your growth obsession will not do anything. See, 3% growth.
So you mean to say that the focus of development right now is not with the people's approach, but it's all
See-
growth obsessive?
Altogether, the definition of development was wrong.
Can you blame the state government
No. It's not the.
that Shivraj Singh Chauhan has not enough?
It's not the question of the governments. See, the whole concept of development was taken that you open a school, you open a bank, you
Right.
construct a road, and development takes place. It's infrastructure. Infrastructure is not development. Infrastructure is basis for the development.
So
So
according to you,
development lies somewhere else than
So-
these things.
if you have to give a prescription to the new government, whichever party comes in power, what are going to be the parameters of development you are going to prescribe?
See, today is what we call it, I call it financialization. I don't call it the globalization. Because
Okay.
globalization per se has 3 points. Free mobility of capital, labor and goods,
Okay.
which is not there. Now, under these circumstances, when globalization, India is growing with 7-8% growth. But Madhya Pradesh does not have those parameters with which Madhya Pradesh should grow. So we are not having those sectors in Madhya Pradesh, and unless we have those sectors in Madhya Pradesh, we will not participate in development.
Okay, you given an important point on which I'll go to Mr. Madan Mohan Sharma now. He's talking about the development indicators, and also Mr. Hardinia spoke about the fact that the basic things are not there, and he also spoke largely about the definition of development, which is basically infrastructure centric. Now, when you talk about the infrastructure, industries are a very big component, but we don't find too many industries, though there has been a lot of cluster development, but industries are almost not there. So what is the real solution? Where is the state headed to as far as the industrial component is concerned?
Actually, last 4 or 5 years, due to the coal scam and various other issues, pollutions and this, the construction of power plant, thermal power plant, hydel power plant is stopped. Particularly in Bhopal, its entire ancillary system is depend on the BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, and other power sector big manufacturers. So they were not having any orders in hand actually. So only the local units are suffering actually. But now everything is coming on gear up actually. Some other
But years ago,
diversification.
I remember Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan having held an investors summit in Khajuraho. So investors summits like these, have they really helped the state of Madhya Pradesh?
Well, that does not help because with the large companies, they promise it on these summits, but they never come up actually. The actual growth will be come through MSME only because it's entire data is there for export is 40 to 45% MSME, employment also 40 to 5%, and simultaneously to the GDP and everything, it's a MSME. The
But
contribution
even when
is
you're
a lot.
talking about MSMEs, I'll come to the other two gentlemen also. But when you're talking specifically about MSMEs, the central government has done a lot about it regarding the cluster development.
Recently, this for 59 minutes 1 crore, and I appreciate it because I told one gentleman, he is a very big shot. He's doing employment. He's a director in a multinational, but he wants to start his own business. Last 1.5 years, he was trying like anything to get the loan. But when I told him after 2 days, he phoned me. He is living in Bombay actually. He told me that I got it sanctioned 60 lakhs from PNB actually within 59 minutes. It's a correct.
So is it
issue,
not a
actually.
positive
And
story?
as far as the payment system, the trades, not trade receivable discounting system, it's a very wonderful system for more than 500 crores. Whosoever doing the business all over the India actually.
Right. But
That-
Mr. Hardinia, he's talking about a positive change where people used to wait for, outside the multiple windows. You didn't have a single system of clearance. There was corruption all across. And positive stories like these coming out, don't you see this as a ray of hope for the state?
You see, you were talking about summit. So many summits took place. Even our chief minister went to United States, America, China, Germany, so many countries visited. But even the government sources admitted that whatever they promised, they did not give. The reason being not because I must say that power sector has improved under Shivraj Singh.
Power is improved, 24/7
Actually,
electricity
power-
is there,
power-
roads are there.
हाँ, but the style of functioning is not there.
No, but when you say style of functioning, can you specify what is wrong with the
Yes.
style of functioning?
Our chief minister said that there will be a one window relief. But we meet several industries who come here, and then if some industry has come for an Indore summit, so he will get so much disappointed, he will not come to Khadraur summit.
No, but you cannot blame only the state government.
Why not? The government machinery.
But
The government machinery.
Professor Yadav, what would you really put the reason as if the companies, despite Investor Summit, are not coming to a state like Madhya Pradesh? What is the real reason?
Basic
You have
reason
roads, you
is-
have electricity. What is?
See,
That
if we
culture is
say
missing.
that, number one, the money today goes where the returns are maximum.
Okay.
Madhya Pradesh is not a state where they can maximize their capital. Therefore, no industry is coming, whatever summits you can have. Lastly, I point out two things. One is Madhya Pradesh, area specific development the governments have to look for.
Okay.
There are three
That's an
sectors.
important point you made.
There are three sectors which are to be taken care in Madhya Pradesh. Number one is agriculture, where large population and large number of area is under cultivation and agriculture. Second is animal husbandry, and third is forest produce. And animal husbandry is of course linked with the wasteland and forestry. Thirdly is my small processing, which we can have. And none of the governments, neither the past governments nor the current government is looking for these three sectors.
Right.
We are looking for modern IT sector, we are looking for computers, we are looking for the small scale industries. But small scale industries are not to produce computer chips and mobiles.
Even the services sector, if you look at in Madhya Pradesh, that's mostly concentrated in Bhopal.
The major problem of Madhya Pradesh that if you deduct 5 cities, 6 cities and 6-7 industries, Madhya Pradesh has nothing.
Bhopal, Ujjain, Indore,
Bhopal,
Jabalpur.
that's all.
That's all.
And few industries. And other than what? If you ask a question that Madhya Pradesh is to be developed from the local ethos, which agriculture, animal husbandry, forestry and small mining which is now with us, or small agricultural processing. See, Malwa is the largest producer of soybean, but how much oil we produce? Let us look at it. A debate comes sustainable development. What you want to sustain? Are you sustaining the low level of development? First you develop the state and raise the income and employment of the people. Then only state will develop.
Right.
Creation of infrastructure, creation roads, creation power, creation schools, colleges. If you look at Ardenia Sahab has rightly raised, if you look at the condition of education, see, schools are having no building, the colleges are having no teachers, universities are devoid of.
Right. So the solution is that you can't have a compartmentalized development.
That is
You have
what
to look
it
at a very
is.
holistic development.
Yes.
Education level has been deteriorated since 2004. When Arjun Singh was the education minister, HRD minister, he make the rule that everybody will be compulsory pass right from primary to the higher secondary level. So only it has been told. Nobody was interested to read. Any person who passed out the 11th, he could not write his name also properly.
So, I mean, from what all the three of you have said is that you can't have a very isolated approach for development.
That is
You
true.
have to look at all sources, you have to look at all sectors, then only a holistic development of Madhya Pradesh
Correct.
is possible.
And
But
not
apart
area-based.
area-based, and a lot of it is being done by the government of India. We cannot blame that we cannot put all the blame on the government. The government is not doing enough. In fact, the people also have to come along with that. But as far as the development story is concerned, you've given.
One point I'll raise, that government policy is allocative problem. You allocate money and then see that the development will take place.
Right.
But that allocative money doesn't work.
Right.
See, the entire state government if you take, or you central government if you take, it is on basis on allocation.
Right.
That you allocate this much money for agriculture, tribals, non-tribals, others, roads and infrastructure. But allocation, how much it reaches,
Right.
and how much infrastructure and the sectors are receiving that,
Right.
and the dividends are translated into reality.
In fact, a lot of economic factors are playing out, and we've spoken a lot on that. But there are other social factors on which this election is being fought.
Madam, one thing I would like to point out.
Yes.
For last 6 to 7 years, there was nearly financial anarchy in this state. Government resources have been spent on several non-productive measures. आपको क्या ज़रूरत है कि आप लोगों को तीर्थ यात्रा कराएं? Why do you take people? Thousands of crores rupees have been spent on this. आपको क्या ज़रूरत है? Why do you arrange शादीज़?
Okay. You made an important point. In fact, I was coming to those points.
Nahin.
But let's talk about the social factors which are playing out. And I would start with, because Madhya Pradesh is largely a tribal populated state where you have a huge chunk of tribal population. And if you look at the population, is well divided between STs, SCs, OBCs, many sections are there. And with this SC/ST Atrocities Prevention Act, how is it really playing out in this election? I'm not being party specific, whether it's BJP or Congress, but how is this issue per se playing out on the ground?
This rule
Mr.
is since now.
I'll come to you. I'll
Yeah,
come to you.
okay.
Yes, Mr. Hadina.
You see, the whole scenario has changed after the judgment of Supreme Court on Atrocities Prevention Act.
Okay.
Supreme Court said that no, nobody can be arrested without, and then bail should be granted. Of course, it's all right. But why don't the government took up this issue very properly in the Supreme Court? Now the Supreme Court amended the law. It took 2 months, 1.5 months for the government of India to restore the earth. In between, lot of social tensions built up. In Madhya Pradesh itself, people have been beaten while the upper caste people are holding demonstration. Dalits, I think when this Dalit, I think in the month of April, no, Yadav, when in the month of April, only a Dalit movement took place.
Yes.
8 persons were killed in Gwalior alone.
No, right. If you look at the demographics, certainly there have been lot of protests from the upper classes, from and the SCs and the STs obviously feel strengthened at the moment. But does this issue have a resonance in this election?
See,
How is it going to
what
play out?
my point-
Because as far as the approach of the two parties is concerned, whether it is Congress or the other parties, they look totally confused how to handle this situation.
Yes, yes.
See, the question is not the parties. Question is you are blaming the victims. See, who doesn't want to become developed? Who doesn't want to get educated? Who doesn't want to come socially uplifted? Everybody wants. They want next generation to be raised to their higher level. But ultimately, the things they start only at that point, that how much they are getting.
Right.
What help? See, it's
So
not.
who's feeling cheated in Madhya Pradesh at the moment? The upper classes, you're saying?
See, it's not question of class. Class, if you talk, then it is a
Okay, let's change it to caste.
creating
Upper
system.
castes,
It's
upper
a class
castes.
creating system.
Okay.
Upper class, caste and the class cannot be differentiated here. feudalism is as strong as it was 100 years back.
I totally agree with what you're saying, but it's as good as on paper. Mr. Sharma, would you not vouch for the fact that this election is being fought on the caste lines as well, very strongly, irrespective of which party is there? That's a hard reality.
Every election in the country is being fought on the caste wise and for this looting the taxpayers' money everywhere. It's like every state it is going like that only. Nobody can stop it actually. And Atrocity Act is since 85 only. There is no change in at all.
Okay.
Everything as it is only.
The election is fought on money. It's not, caste is one factor. They look at
No,
that
the caste
point
is
of-
a very big factor in the
that is
reality
one
of Indian
the
scenario.
factors of selection. But the money is the
I'll
major
come to you.
factor.
Yes, Mr. Adina, you were saying something.
Time, this Atrocity Act has badly divided the society.
Okay.
And if we take Congress, if it backs Atrocity Act, it loses the vote Brahmins like us. If they support it, if they oppose it, then they loses the vote
That's
of Dalits.
why I said that the political parties
So-
are lost right now. They do not know how to approach this issue on the ground.
Yes, and earlier these factors, as Sarmaji was saying, cost factor, but it was not so dominant as it is in Bihar or Uttar Pradesh.
Okay.
Now this time, for the first time, a political party representing upper class, then a political party representing Dalits, they are asserting their rights and declaring, हम सिर्फ सवर्णों को वोट देंगे. So this division is very bad. I tell you, I suspect sometimes.
There is also emergence of groups like Ajax, Sapak.
Yeah.
Now, where do these groups figure in this political scenario?
They are very small figures. But
Small
by-
groupings of non-Dalits,
By
non-tribals.
and large, if you look at the political scenario, who can contest election? Do you think that we can contest election? No, we cannot even think of filling a form. The money, the way the money plays, it is used for different purposes, different means.
Okay.
See, caste is one factor in selecting that between the two persons whom you are going to select, upper caste or lower caste, and where is the dominance of which caste.
Right.
That is the point. But among them also the money is playing the major role
Right.
in selection of the candidates of the parties.
And that, of course, is a very big ill of the electoral scenario on which Election Commission is working day and night, to remove these ills. But apart from the caste, the election, some people also say that it's on the religious lines. Very interesting is the approach of the Congress party, where their Vachan Patra or the manifesto talks about cow urine, it talks about gaushalas, it talks about a total spiritual, a separate spiritual department altogether, which we have never seen in the history of Congress. Mr. Sharma, I would like your comment first on this, and then I'll come to the other two.
Yes, they are going on the mainstream actually, which deserves for this country also.
Okay.
They are also following the same better that they should have choose at the time of Jawaharlal Nehru itself actually.
Okay, but do you see this as a sudden approach in the party?
I agree. They have departed from their. I wrote one article. I am shocked to see that this Congress is the same Congress whose leadership once was Jawaharlal Nehru or Mahatma Gandhi. I tell you, you are appeasing to this extent. How do you know that from Ram past? अब राम गमन यात्रा बनेगी. So they are competing with BJP because these all factors BJP gave rise. राम मंदिर बनेगा. कितने दिनों से हमारा देश इसी में उलझा हुआ है. So now they are trying to compete with them. But I tell you, इसमें क्या सोशल प्रोडक्टिविटी वाली मंदिर बन गया तो क्या हो गया, तो राम गमन हो गया तो क्या हो गया. So they are all diverting attention of the people from the genuine problem. I tell you, our chief minister has been claiming, I don't know on what basis, that we have ceased to be Bimaru state. Bimaru, you know, Bihar.
That's what the figures say, that it's come out of the Bimaru tag.
But
it hasn't
but
come.
but the
Niti
Niti
Aayog
Aayog
says that it hasn't come.
Yadavji, you must have noted Niti Aayog vice chairman's statement that the whole country has not progressed because the Bimaru states have not progressed. And this he said, 3 or 4 months back. So that means, can you appreciate the poverty of our state? We don't have a state road transport corporation.
See, the
People have to depend on the road transport mafia. And you go to any state of the country, of course Chhattisgarh also like that. You go to Tamil Nadu, you go to Maharashtra, transport is available for common man, and this is one of the reasons that industries are not common.
Right.
They are.
So you're saying that the basic problems.
They are not enough layer linkages.
Right.
Bhopal is not connected. We don't have High Court in Bhopal. So these are all the factors.
So you are saying that the basic problems still remain. They have not been dealt with the way the political parties should have approached. Now, one by one, I have to wind up the show now. And Professor Yadav, your prescription to the new government, and what is your biggest expectation from whichever government comes to power?
See, if any government comes to power, my focus is always that they should link the wasteland, whatever we are calling the wasteland area,
Okay.
to the urban areas, the metropolitan cities like Bhopal, Indore, Jabalpur and so on.
Okay.
And how, because the links are missing.
Okay.
It's not that the wasteland is unproductive.
Okay.
That can be linked.
Okay.
As I said, the three sectors. That can be linked with the user group. That can be linked with the collection group. That can be used for the transportation group. That the wasteland can be linked with the urban areas.
Okay, so wasteland connectivity with the urban areas, that is one prescription. Okay, Mr. Hardinia, what is your expectation from whichever government comes to power, and what would be your prescription?
They should improve education system. They should provide doctors and medicine to the poorest person.
Okay.
They should provide cheap transport. They should ensure that infrastructure for development by industries is available, because bina infrastructure ke, and I say you take Gujarat model at least for the development of industries.
Okay.
I know that in Gujarat industries don't have to face any problem. Why not those?
Okay.
So these are the, then
Okay.
I tell you, if they say that agriculture has improved, if agriculture was improved, then why so many suicides? We top in the country, and so common Kisan is committing suicide, and the politicians which have filed their nominations, they are earning hundreds of crores through agriculture. So this
Okay.
contradiction.
Okay, Mr. Sharma, what is your big expectation from the government coming to power?
For MSME, they should do that existing what the NPA account of the MSME, they should refinance it through SIDBI or MP Financial Corporation or like that only, this is structure. The second hand, the small industrial plot should be developed 3,000 square feet, 5,000 square feet, so the thousands of new persons will come and they can put the industry, because the land cost is very high nowadays, even though industries area, there also industrial plot cost is very high, so small plots will be survive, because 3,000 and 5,000 square feet plot mein one can easily do business worth around 5 crores or 7 crores per year.
Right.
They can
So you say that there's a lot of scope to build industries, to bring in more jobs, because unemployment is also very high, and in fact it's not specific to Madhya Pradesh, but it looks like a pan-India problem. So a lot of things are being done, but yes, the growth has been slow, it has been incremental, but there is scope to do much more. So lots of expectations from the government which is going to come in power, because people say that they need an economically stable Madhya Pradesh. That's the hope which the people are living on. I thank all my guests, Mr. Madan Mohan Sharma, Mr. L.S. Hardinia, and Mr. Professor Yadav. It was a pleasure talking to you on this edition of Big Picture. Goodbye and thanks for your time.